a wall, let's say, or the floor or whatever, and have this not be connected, you'll still be able to drill the hole, but after you drill it, this could pop off and drop doink right down inside your wall. Okay, so I'm gonna double check that. And so after, see there, after I cut this hole, I'm gonna take my drill, I'm gonna hook my drill on here, I'm gonna fish this down there and try to get it into the center of the plate, and then try to get this so it's going straight down. Okay, and then once I push it down in the bottom, then if I just keep pressure on it, then I can reach up here, grab my drill, and start drilling. Okay, and that's how to use a flexi bit. I use flexi bits every once in a while. I'll have to do that. I've made some other videos. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they're on my channel, where I took a wall mount air conditioner, and where the cord was, I actually put a cut-in box in for a 4-hour timer, and I actually had to drill through a stud inside the wall, fish the wire from one cavity through a stud over to the electrical outlet box. I took the electrical outlet box out, fished the wire, or drilled the hole through there. So you can drill holes horizontal with this and vertical. And then I was able to fish the wire in there, and then I installed a new cut-in box where the existing electrical outlet was. After I ran my wires and then rehooked up the existing and then hooked up to the new 4-hour timer, looked like I was never there. It looked like it was like that forever. Okay, so lots of different things that you can do with the flexi bit. You can also use a flexi bit, like if you have a single gang, let's say you have a single gang light switch on the wall here, and you want to install a ceiling fan or something. Okay, and let's say right now you don't have anything. Let's say you don't have anything. Like we've got a place where there's no outlet for a light fixture or a ceiling fan or anything. We've got a single gang light switch on the wall. You turn that on, and it activates the bottom of 2 electrical outlets next to the bed, and you can get both lamps to turn on with the light switch. Well, we want to add a ceiling fan, so we're going to take out the single gang switch box, cut in a 2-gang cut-in box, and before installing the box, put the flexi bit up in there, drill through a fire block, which is because the wall is like 10 feet tall, so I know there's going to be a fire block in there, and then extend it up to the 2 top plates up inside the wall. That's why you have the extensions, and then just keep pushing it up through there, and then drill the hole, you know, from down here all the way up through your top plate, and then go up in the attic, and you'll see where that is. Then you can attach this fitting, this end fitting, this thing here, because it expands when you push the end, see? And then you can put your wire in there from the attic. Let's say you got a roll of wire, and then you hook that right on the end. You can take your bit off, and then you hook that on the end. After this is pushed up, after you drill this up through your plates, just leave it up there. You know, prop it up there, or have somebody else up there, hold it up there, and then they can put this end on there, and then you put your Romex wire inside this little cavity, and then it grabs on there, and then you can pull it straight down, right down from the attic all the way back down. How cool would that be? And you have to do something like that, especially if you got a fire block in your wall. If you didn't have any fire blocks in the wall, you could just run it up through here, drill the hole, and then you could fish your wire from the top down. Just push it down there, reach up through here, shine your flashlight. Okay, keep pushing, fill in your wall cavity, grab it, pull it out. You can't really do that if there's a fire block in there. That's what this goodie is all about. That's why you want to get that. And this whole set here, right here, you know, not including this one, okay? That was like, oh, I don't know, 75 bucks. I think I got it, I'm not sure if I got it at Lowe's or if I got it at the Home Depot. I can't remember. I think it was at Lowe's. Sorry, Home Depot. I just happened to be at Lowe's that time, and it seemed like a pretty good deal, and so I got it. And I'm sure both hardware stores, other box stores would probably have the same type of setup. And, you know, as you can see, I don't use it much. I think I've only used this one time, as a matter of fact. And it was at our house. I had to get underneath the floor because we're installing a recliner sectional couch downstairs that was electrified, and of course it was right out in the middle of the room, and of course there was no electrical in the middle of the room, but lucky for me I was able to access underneath the house, and so I took an electrical outlet, I took it out of the wall carefully, and then I drilled the hole all the way through there with my flexi bit. Then I went underneath the house and I fished a wire from this location down over to where the recliner sectional couch was, installed a cut-in box, cut the carpet out, installed a box, ran the wire from there over to here, and then installed a cut-in box, reinstalled the existing electrical outlet. You can't even tell. You can't even tell, and I'm not even an electrician, but I did all that, and I got that on my channel, how to install power for a couch sectional, or hey, I don't have power to my couch sectional, what do I do? It's something like that. It's listed under, you can go to my main YouTube channel page, go to playlists, click on playlists, and then scroll down to everything electrical or electrical know-how or something like that. Click on there, and every electrical video I've done that I've posted on that particular YouTube channel, you'll find it. It'll be there. So see, I did that by using this flexi bit. And had I not had that flexi bit, I would never have been able to do it. So there's another way to do things, but as it is, I'm only having to do this little cut-in ring. See, I could have used a cut-in plastic box, but you don't need a cut-in plastic box. This is just a ring. This is for telephone or coaxial cable. Use something like that, see? And you cut your hole, and then these flaps go up behind there. You tighten up the screw after you put it in, and it works out pretty good if you've never used one of these before. You leave these on the inside like that, okay? You push that through the hole, and then you tighten that screw. As you tighten the screw to the right, doink, that goes up like that behind the sheetrock, okay? You got to have it up high enough. See, actually, when you tighten it up, that's slick. When you tighten that up, see that groove there? When you tighten that, this goes up like that. First it's down like that. You tighten that. And see that groove? It stops right there. Okay, then as you continue tightening that screw, this pulls in behind the sheetrock. Okay? And then that's how it connects. This bottom one, same way. You tighten it, this happens to go down to the right this time, and it goes down to there. And this one goes up to there, see? That sucks in, and away you go. Okay? So that's how that works. And now I'm ready. I'm ready to do my dirty business. And I actually took the cover plates off these just to measure from the top of the baseboard up to the electrical junction box on both of those to get the height of that there. And then I just took a little piece of craft paper and put that down there. That's going to catch my sheetrock dust and all that kind of stuff. And you know, if you don't have any craft paper, make sure you vacuum this all up, get it in the nooks and crannies and all that kind of good stuff. and away you go. Okay, time for me to get busy.